Now picture this, you're sitting at your computer, you're working on a simple book, and a few weeks later, that book is generating income for you every single day. Sounds good, right? Because that's exactly what's possible with Amazon KDP. Now, unlike other make money online ventures and side hustles that demand constant attention, KDP is designed to work for you in the background. Once your books are live on Amazon, they can keep earning money even while you sleep. What's even better is that you don't need any prior experience. Amazon takes care of all the tedious parts like the printing, the shipping, and the customer service, so you can just focus on creating books. And here's the kicker, the potential to generate passive income. You won't be trading your hours for dollars anymore because your books are going to work around the clock 24/7, 365. So if you're after a straightforward, profitable way to make money online without the constant grind, Amazon KDP could be exactly what you're looking for. Now, if you're new here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. And right now we're talking about low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. So if this sounds interesting to you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, what if I told you that creating a simple book on Amazon could generate you more than $1,000 a month? And what if I told you that you could do it over and over and over again? It's hard to believe, right? But it's what so many people are doing when they create these simple books on Amazon KDP. In fact, I'm going to be showing you a seller that's making over $1,000 a month from just one book and how you can do it too, so you can start your journey into the make money online world. So if you're a beginner looking to make an income online and start a side hustle, or maybe you're just looking to get into a new niche, well, then this video is for you. With that being said, let's get started. So today we're going to be talking about the sneakers coloring book niche. Now, essentially, this type of book is made up of coloring pages that include images of shoes that the user can color in. It's a pretty straightforward book and it sells well year round, especially during Q4 holiday season as gift buying starts to ramp up. So if we take a look on Amazon, I did a search for sneakers coloring book. And the first thing you're going to see is this purple bar on my screen, which is something that you might not have on yours. So if you want to know what this is called Titan's Quick View. It's a free extension that I use that helps me with my niche research as well as my keyword research when I'm creating books. And so if you go to the Chrome web store and you make a search for self-publishing Titans, you're going to find these two extensions. Feel free to install them. They're both free. And like I said, it does help you with your niche and your keyword research as well as more, and you'll be able to follow along with this video. So for example, they give you a niche score. It also gives you total results, and notice this is the exact. So this one says 2060 as opposed to Amazon, which only says over 2000, and also gives you other good information such as the bestsellers ranks, the reviews, the price, and this right here, the exact match. So this is how many books are using this exact keyword in their title, and then how many books are independently published, which also means how many books are KDP books. But the first thing that I look at when I am trying to figure out if a niche is going to be profitable is going to be the search results. And so we see 2060 results. Now, there's a couple things that I look at when it comes to determining if a niche is going to be potentially profitable. Number one, I'm looking at search results that have about 1,000 or less, because this is going to tell me that the competition is not so high. Number two, I'm looking for 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR of 300,000 or below, because this is going to tell me that these books are already selling, meaning that there's already some type of demand for this niche. And then number 3, I'm looking for a niche score that's provided by the plugin that I'm using that has a score of 50 and higher. So right off the bat, we see that this has over 2,000 results, which is above the 1,000 or so that I'm looking for. So already that's not a good sign, but there is a way around this, and it's called niching down or finding a sub niche, which I've already done. And I'm going to give that to you guys in just a second, but I just want to go through my 3 steps here so that I can show you how it's done. So number 2 is going to be going through the first page here to find 3 or more KDP books that all have a BSR of 300,000 or below. So we're going to start with book number 1 right here. But if you notice, it says this is a sponsored product. And so this is not something that I actually look at because this is where people are paying to get onto the first page of Amazon. So the first 4 products here are actually sponsored. So I'm going to just move on to the next one, or the very first one that is not sponsored, which is this one right here. However, under publisher, you can see it does not say independently published. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the words independently published because it's going to tell me that it's a KDP book. And so if it's not a KDP book and it doesn't say independently published, then it's not a book that I am looking at competing against. So it's not going to be part of my step 2. The next book right here, it does in fact say independently published and has a ranking of 76,000. So that's below the 300,000 that I'm looking for. So that is book number 1. The book next to it, same deal, 34,000 BSR. That is book number 2. We're looking good. And then the book right next to it, ranking at 221,000. So that's book number 3. My step 2 is already completed, but let's go ahead and look through the rest of this first page to see how much more demand there is for this niche. This one's 121,000. 196,000, 226,000. And so we can see there is sufficient demand in this niche. And with a niche score of 56, that's above the 50 that I'm looking for. So 2 out of 3, this passes, but we have to work on the search results. And so I've done exactly that. So I've gone ahead and niched down and I found sneakers coloring book for adults. As you can see, it has just over 1,000 results. It is closer to 2,000, but for me, if I see a 1 right here, then it's still good to go. It still passes my step 1. As we can see, it's going to have very similar books, or I should say the same books that we saw with the previous niche in here that are all ranking under 300,000. So this is already passing my step 2. And then with a niche score of 74, which is quite high, that passes my requirement of 50. And so this passes all 3 of my steps. So this is one of those niches right here that you can go ahead and say, hey, there might be potential for profits in this niche. Likewise, you can also make a search for sneakers coloring book for kids. This one has even less results. As you can see, 1,021. This is more in line of what I'm trying to look for because there's less competition for this specific niche. It has a niche score of 59, still above the 50 that I'm looking for. So that's 2 out of 2 right there. And then if we go down the first page here, you're going to see the same books that we've seen in the previous 2 niches. So this is going to pass my step 2. So this one might be an even better niche than the one for adults, or you could make a book for each one. So feel free to use both of these, one of these, or whichever one that you want to create a book in this niche. So let's go ahead and take a look at one of these books to take a deeper look into this niche. Okay, so let's take a look at this one right here. And this book has a book ranking of 34,000. Which is really good. But what I want you to focus on is that this book was just released this year, 2024. So right away, it's already selling well. And we can see it already has ratings and reviews. It has a 4.5 out of 5 rating with over 50 ratings right now. And it's priced at $9.99, which is actually a little bit higher than what I usually price my coloring books at. And we can see right here, 112 pages, which means I believe this has about 50 to 60 images, which they don't actually say in their description, which they probably should. And if we take a look right here, this is the graph of the sales rankings. So this is for the past 30 days. We can see how well it's doing. It goes up and down, obviously. 90 days and then 6 months because it was just published. And as you can see, when it was published, it didn't sell for a few days and it's kind of sporadic right here. And then around this time right here in May, it started to sell really well. And we can see a steady amount of sales up until right now. Heading into quarter 4, I think it's going to do very, very well. So here's pretty much the only page that shows up in the sample. You can see a shoe here for the customer to color in, as well as a place for them to write the name of their design, and then a space for notes. And then if you go right here, there are 3 more pages of the interior that all just have shoes. Let's check if they have any A+ content, and they actually do right here. So I'm hoping that there's going to be a lot more pages of the interior because the sample feature on Amazon has limitations. And so this is really a good place to showcase more of your interiors. And then here it is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 more pages of the interior and a little bit more information of the book. Now, this is something that I 100% recommend for everyone to do because it showcases your book a lot more and it allows you to actually boost your sales, especially when you implement some of the modules that I talk about in my video on A+ content. So if you want to watch that video, go ahead and click somewhere on the screen right now. I'll leave a card and it'll basically show you how to create this type of A+ content that will help boost your book's sales. Now, one of the best places to look at if you're trying to compete with this book is going to be right here, the customer reviews. So if the book that you're looking at has enough customer reviews, they're probably going to have some 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star reviews. This is what we're interested in right here, because this is where you're going to know where to improve upon this book. And so if we just scroll through here, we can see this is a 3-star. And it says informative with repeated illustrations. And so it's saying that there's some pages that have been repeated, which is a big no-no, especially for a coloring book. And it says it right here, a couple of the pages are repeats. And then this one right here, many designs are in gray and difficult to color. Some designs are repeated up to 5 times. So this is a good way to improve upon a book that's still selling well, even though it has flaws. Now let's go ahead and take this BSR, plug it into a sales calculator to see how much it's estimated to be making. So we can see this book makes about 9 sales per day, which is about 270 books per month. If we add that royalty calculator right here, that's about $34 a day and $1,025 per month. Now that we know that there's some good potential for profits in this niche, the next part is how to actually create these types of interiors. So let me show you how I do that. Now, probably the easiest way to go about this is to go to Creative Fabrica and just look for some interior pages that you could use for this type of book. So as you can see, I'm here, I've typed in sneaker coloring, and then I filtered by coloring pages in books, adults, as well as KDP interiors. And you're gonna see a couple listings right here. So this one has over 100 images. There's also this one right here. There's also different types of shoes right here, and then even more right here. So there's actually a lot of different types of interiors here on Creative Fabrica that you could go ahead and mix and match to use for this type of book. So let's say you found something and you like this one right here. It has over 150 sneaker images, and here's some right here. You can go ahead and download this if you have the yearly all access, because it does give you the commercial rights for this. And so with 150 pages here, you really would only have to pick and choose about 30 to 50 images and just upload them to a program like Canva, the one that I have right here, which is going to allow you to actually create this book. Now, once you have them on your page like this, until you have enough pages for your book, something that looks like this, download as a PDF print, flatten the PDF, all pages, and then RGB or CMYK. And then go ahead and download. Now, the next way that I would create this type of book is by actually just hiring out someone to do this. And you could just go to a place like Fiverr and make a search for coloring page KDP or something like that. And then look through all the gigs here, find someone that fits the type of style that you like, or you can send messages to these people asking if they can make the exact type of book you're looking for. So for example, let's go to this one right here. We can see the type of interiors that this person makes. And if we don't see exactly what we're looking for, we can easily click contact me and then ask your question. So this one you can see for 5 coloring page designs, it's $5. The standard, which this one will be enough for a KDP book, is going to be $55. And then the premium is $75, which is actually not that bad. Now, my recommendation for this particular type of book is not to actually go to Creative Fabrica and just download the interiors and then re-upload them onto KDP, because I think you might run into some issues there. What I actually recommend is to just go to a place like Fiverr and hire someone to make these type of interiors, or use AI to generate these types of images. Now, as always, if you're looking for more KDP resources, I'm talking interiors, keywords, and more, check out my Gumroad shop. Link is down in the description below. Well, there you have it. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you're able to implement it into your low and medium content publishing on Amazon KDP. If you have any questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell, as well as follow me on all my socials at JeffSetLife. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.